Hello, and welcome back to my nail corner. Let me introduce to you, I want to say it's Solana, Solana. I guess it depends on where you're from in the country, how you were raised, but I would say it's Solana Dips. She can correct me if I'm wrong. I am always open to learning. Kate is the owner over there at, we're going to say Solana, I don't know. And she sent me over this beautiful package over a month ago, you guys. Obviously, you can tell I have not had an upload in over 3 weeks now. This mani was recorded even prior to that break. And I loved it so much and have been holding on to it to share for you guys. But man, have I been just in a rut. So I'll get into that in a minute here. But look at how cute this packaging is. I love that it includes an orange wood stick, a little buffing block. There were more dips. I will show you what she sent over, but these are the ones that I selected that I have out. But the cute sticker in the packaging, the business card, all the things. It was adorable. So she sent over all of these gorgeous dips. I had specifically requested that one far on the left there, which I am going to wear today. But what a beautiful trio there on the right. Oh my goodness. And that vibrant like raspberry color, the shimmer in it is to die for. These all swatched out really beautifully. Were super easy to work with, and I was really excited to try out her brand. I know that Carol over at Toby Nails was really impressed when she tried out these products, and so I was excited to get the opportunity to try them myself. I do want to let you know, because some people don't, I guess not everybody is super transparent about what is on their channel or how these sorts of things works. This brand reached out to me, asked if they could send me some product. Now, sometimes when a brand does that, they say, I'll send you X amount of dips in exchange for an Instagram post, or to be featured in one of your videos, or things like that. Particularly Kate over at Solana Dips asked if she could send me some stuff to try. And she asked for nothing in exchange. She did not have any post requirements or anything of the sort. And I fully intended to try them out, review them, post anyway, because I like to let you guys know what I think. And I had very little doubt that I would have any issues, especially based on Carol having such a good experience. So that being said, I do want you guys to know that anything I try out, if I have a bad experience and I either am in contact with the shop owner and we figure that out, or I have a bad experience and it doesn't get worked out, I'm not likely to share that. If you have a direct question about a brand that I've dealt with, you can feel free to DM me and we can have that conversation privately. I'm not really interested in causing any harm to anyone's brand. And of course, I might have a bad experience. It might just be a one-off, a bad day, whatever the situation may be, a bad batch of dip, and I don't want to affect somebody's business negatively. That being said, when I share here on my channel or on my Instagram that I have had a good experience, that the products worked well, that I enjoyed them or whatnot, that is always going to be an honest feedback. I'm not going to say that if I had a bad experience. So I hope that you guys now have a better picture of just kind of how I handle products that are sent my way. And there are some brands that will pay me for promotion. That is always going to be indicated. So if at the beginning of the video there's a little tagline that pops out and it says paid promotion, that means that somebody asked if they could pay to send me their product to feature on my channel, and that will always be indicated. That does not change what I'm going to say about them, because I'm not going to accept that and say anything. Paid promotion just means they're paying me to show their product. It doesn't change anything that I'm going to tell you about it. So hopefully that's clear. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. So we are getting into a second dip of this beautiful soft pink. If you saw the little close-up when I pulled my thumb up to the camera, this has a really lovely shimmer to it. The shimmer isn't something that's it's not really prominent. So once this is encapsulated and filed and buffed and all that, it looks like a pretty cream color. And when I say cream, I don't mean off-white, I mean cream as in not glittery or shimmery. However, I find that shimmer pigments in dip powders just make them that much more pleasant to work with. I don't know the science behind it. I don't make the dips, but I just know that especially when you're dealing with lighter colors like a light pink or a white, if it has a little shimmer in that pigment, for whatever reason, the powders are that much softer and just easier to work with. Sometimes you can get light colors and they're almost a little chalky, and that just can make it harder to get like your really flawless end result. This pink was really lovely. I really liked it. As you can tell, it's incredibly close to the builder gel that I've been wearing from ManiBoss. So it's a lot like that pink lace color, and it was just really easy to work with. Loved it. So make sure you check out the description box because I will link to the shop, and also I'll just specifically list the colors that I used in this video. I will also list the other colors that I showed at the beginning if any of those caught your eye. Definitely check out this shop. I highly, highly recommend. But this is the one that caught my eye right out of the gate. I love these circle glitters, and so I like to pour over my first layer. This is just like how I apply any chunky glitter. If you pour over the first layer, you're going to tend to catch whatever powder is. So if this has, I believe this one actually has a clear base, so there's a little bit of clear acrylic in with the circle glitters, and so that's going to give you the base for your nail. And then for the second layer, I lay my finger flat into it, and that's going to get me more coverage from the glitters. But doing it this way kind of gives me a thin first layer and then the pizzazz, like the wow factor with the second layer. And that's going to keep you from having a really thick nail. So if you struggle with chunky glitters, maybe try this method. It just helps keep it a little bit thinner and therefore easier to work with. Nobody wants, well, not nobody, I guess. I don't want a big old chunky nail, so this allows me to have the pizzazz of a chunkier glitter, but with a still thin application. And it also, I find, in the end, reduces your filing, because when I have a thick chunky nail, I do a lot of work to file and shape that to kind of make it look like I want it in the end result. But if you get these to lay nice and flat and get a thin application, then you're going to have a less filing work to do in the end. So I'm going to do 2 of these nails with a full glitter, and then I'm going to do a vertical ombre on my index finger, and I will walk you through that when we get there. But I do want to talk a little bit about this chunky glitter. It was really nice and easy to work with. And right now you see me not doing anything on camera. That likely means a child walked up to me while I was filming and asked me a question or to open a snack for them. And then I didn't edit it out. So I apologize for that. But that's mom life for you. Anyway, the circle glitter, they're almost like a satiny finish, and they're very flexible, so really super easy to work with. I highly recommend, if you're going to shop at this shop, to check out some of her circle glitters and give them a try, because I loved them. So I'm contradicting myself. I poured over for my second layer, which is not usually how I do things. So just ignore what I say and watch what I do. But typically I like to lay my finger in the chunky glitters for my second layer. These circle dots, I think that my mindset, again, this was filmed a month ago, may have been that they look really cute in a little sporadic application. So anyway, who knows what I was thinking? This is what I did that day. Apparently I was in a mood to change things up. So then I do, as usual, is pat them down with my finger just to keep everything laying kind of flat as that base dries. And again, this is going to help with a smooth application so that your filing is less cumbersome when you get there. I also like to use the orange wood stick to place any individual glitters in spaces that maybe had sparse application, or maybe move things around to where I want them. So just know that these chunky glitters and things that you work with are very easy to manipulate while your base is still drying. Once they're dried in place, you're going to have a little bit more struggle to move things around. So I highly recommend just one nail at a time as you're doing this. Manipulate them how you want them, and you can have all the pizzazz without all the extra filing work. So while I'm finishing this up, I did want to fill you guys in just a little bit. There's nothing like extreme going on. The last 3 weeks have just been a little bit of a break for me. I was wrapping up the homeschool year with my kids. Technically today, the first day of summer is when I'm recording this voiceover, is our last day of school in the school district. We had 5 days added to the school year because there were school closures due to floods in the area in the fall. Now, granted, we homeschool most of the days of the week. So, we did school hours on the days of those floods, but still, because the school district is going to this day, technically we're supposed to. And my kids go to a cooperative program with the school district 1 day a week. So we had parent-teacher conferences. I had to pick out curriculum for next year, report that to the school. I had to do school reporting, which is just me reporting to the teachers what we've been working on. We do that every month, but at the end of the school year, it's just kind of like a big wrap up. So I had a lot of stuff going on there. I've just had my focus a little bit shifted, and if I'm being perfectly honest, I've just been like uninspired, I think is the word. So like I've done my nails a few times, but for the most part I've been rocking like builder gel while my nails have grown out a bit, and I've been doing fills for my builder gel, and that's kind of what my nails have been looking like. They've been looking like ManiBoss pink lace a lot of the time, with a few solid like one color manis in between. So I am trying to get myself back into a bit of routine. I do have, like I said, I had this video recorded a while ago to share with you guys. I have another one, and my goal, and I'm saying it out loud so that you guys can hold me accountable, is to have that edited and uploaded this weekend for you. So look forward to that. And then I think throughout the summer, I'm going to plan on doing one upload a week. I do have an inspiration in mind for a 4th of July mani, so I'm going to get that filmed for you guys, which I'm looking forward to because I saw this inspiration and kind of am putting a little spin on it, and I wanted to share that, so I'm excited to do that. So I'm feeling some inspiration coming back, but here in Washington, you guys, we've still been like stuck in the lower 60s weather-wise. It's insane. Like we're almost at the end of June. It's the first day of summer, and we've barely broken 70 a few times. And then this weekend it's supposed to be 89 degrees. I don't know what's happening. We're going from 60 to almost 90 in like a couple of days. There's no transition, no spring. But honestly, I'm not somebody that suffers from seasonal depression or anything like that. But I do feel like the gloomy days when my mind is set on summer have been affecting me. Like I've just been really low energy. And so all my energy has been going into like wrapping up the school year, taking care of my family and my household, and still trying to like get my workouts in and stay healthy in my body. So now I'm hoping the sun will rejuvenate me a bit. I do think I'm a little bit solar powered. So those of you who feel the same way can maybe understand that when it's cloudy and gloomy and rainy and you need that sunshine, that vitamin D to pick you up, it's sometimes hard to get past. So anyway, I'm trying to shake it off. Those are my plans for the summer. I do have 2 to 3 weeks in August. Well, we're away for 2 weeks, and the week before we go away as a family, I have a niece who is coming to stay with me for a week prior to that. So for about 3.5 weeks, end of July going into August, are going to be packed. So if I can get some things filmed and scheduled ahead, I will do that. If not, I'll remind you guys when that's coming up, and we'll all just take a little break going into that time frame. But I'll be back. I will be back. I can't believe I already feel like the summer's almost over and it's just starting today, but it's going to be a quick 2 months, and I feel like I anticipate that, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Anyway, so back to Solana dips. Definitely check them out. I will link them in the description box below. She also has a great Instagram where she posts upcoming things, which is great. I love supporting small brands when I can, so I was really happy to share this with you guys, especially like I said, because I had such a great experience. Her packaging was just adorable. The color selection she sent was like just perfect. I had 0 issues with the dips. I love the circle glitters. This light pink is so my my jam. So I highly recommend, again, if you're somebody that struggles with chunky glitters, this would be a fun one to try out because these circle glitters are so flexible. So depending on what I'm using, what products I'm using, sometimes I clear encapsulate once, sometimes I'll do a second layer on a chunky glitter. And if my memory serves, I think I did 2 layers on the circle glitters, because I am using my Virgo and Gem dip base. Now, Virgo and Gem, I love their dip base. It's probably one of my top 3, like, that I reach for the most. And but it's a very thin application. And when you want like a chunky glitter covered in clear to give you a margin for filing, a thin application of clear isn't necessarily what you're looking for. So sometimes when I'm working with my Virgo and Gem dip base, I will do a second dip of clear. The clear I'm using right here is my double dip clear. It's an excellent clear dip powder. That is a 2-ounce jar. I have a jar for glitters and a jar for solids. And sometimes I split it out into like a 1/2-ounce jar just to have a smaller one to work with, but it's a steal of a deal. I think last time I checked, the 2-ounce jar is like $14.99 or something like that. I have a discount code, which is Kate25, and can be used on the website at any time. So definitely check that out if you're interested in getting like a vat of clear dip powder for a good deal, or anything else. You can shop there anytime. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. I was going to talk you through the vertical ombre, but I think you guys could see very well what I was doing, and so I just sprinkled it on with my Wet n Wild brushes from Amazon, linked in my storefront below, and then I individually placed those glitters where I wanted them, because the brush application of a chunky glitter tends to leave a pretty sparse application. So if you want more concentrated glitters, you're going to probably want to individually place some of them rather than sprinkle them on with the eyeshadow brush. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to activate, press those glitters flat, file and buff off camera, and then we will wrap this up with some beautiful glossy top coat. Okay, so I went ahead and filed and buffed off camera. I felt like these turned out super cute. I just love the dots so much. So today I am reaching for my ManiBoss gel base and gel top coat. These are a fairly recent release from ManiBoss. They are HEMA free. She already had a gel base and top in one, and this is a gel base and top separate, which I actually really like to have. And so I was excited to have these released. They are a really nice smooth application. They are thin but not runny. They are just how I like my gels to apply. So if you're into that, and HEMA free is always great if you have a gel allergy. A lot of times the allergy is to the HEMA in the gels. So definitely check those out. She also has an acid-free bond that is HEMA free, and a matte gel top coat that is HEMA free. So check those out if you are in the market. I highly recommend those products. So I like to apply a gel base first before my gel top coat, and that is to help with adherence. So gel top coat itself does not like to stick to a slick, smooth surface. So when you file and buff your dip powder, it gives you a really nice smooth finish, which is what most of us are looking for out of our finished mani. But gel top coat does not like to stick to that. So when you apply gel base has a tacky layer after it's cured. So if you've ever applied gel base and you're not really familiar with gels and you cured it and then you touched it and it was sticky and you're like, why isn't this curing? What's happening? That sticky layer is intentional. So that is for either your gel top coat or your gel color to stick to. So by applying gel base first, you're going to have that sticky layer for your gel top coat to stick to. If you apply gel top coat over your dip powder by itself, you more than likely will have peeling happen. And I don't think anybody wants that. So we're going to cure our gel base for 30 seconds. I am going to speed right through. Did you hear my snap? I know that I'm recording audio, and so I don't know why I snapped like I was visually showing you. We're going to speed right through the gel top coat because it's exactly the same as a gel base application. So we're going to do gel top coat and then cure that for 60 seconds. And then we are glossy and done. I loved how this turned out. I loved all the products that Kate sent over from Solana Dips. Definitely check them out. And if you're in the market for some gel liquids, check out ManiBoss because I love those too. So I am pulling out my cuticle oil. This is from Triple D. It's a really nice cuticle oil. So if you're shopping over at Triple D, definitely throw one of those in your cart. She also has a really cool new cuticle pen that's limited release, but I will talk about that more in an upcoming video. But I'm loving the cuticle oils that Dodie is putting together over at Triple D. So in short, check out the description box for details on all of the things in this video and give those shops a look next time you are in the market for some nail products. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thanks for being patient with me as I transition out of the school year into the summer and get some inspiration back. I will see you guys soon in my next vid. Bye now.